Today we're going to learn about how we learn new things and grow our brains. We're going to build a neuron out of salt dough. Neurons are the building blocks that the brain is made of. There are billions of neurons in your brain. We're going to make a zoomed-in, large-scale or big sculpture of a neuron because real neurons are so small that you can't even see them. Neurons work together to help us do things. When we get good at something, like drawing for example, the neurons in your brain are really strong and fire together really fast to get the drawing out of your brain and do it well. That's why we practice anything. It makes doing stuff easier and easier every time. When the neurons in your brain haven't done something before, like if you were going to try to learn ballet, it's going to take a while for your neurons to get stronger and faster at telling your body to do the right moves. A professional ballerina needs to practice 7 hours a day for 9 years to be flexible and strong enough to dance like this. This is learning, people. When we practice something, our neurons make stronger connections to each other and fire faster to get the job done. Today, we're going to make a large-scale model of a neuron so that we can see just how neurons look and connect. Start by making the cell body of the neuron. Tear off a little piece of your dough and roll it into a ball, and then flatten it onto the table. I actually suggest working on a thick piece of paper or cardboard so that your dough doesn't stick to the table. Next is to use something pointy to add texture to the cell body. For example, you could use a toothpick or a pencil. Next is to add the dendrites sticking out of the cell body. Roll your dough into little snakes and stick them all around your cell body. Make sure you stick them real good and mush them together so that they stick. Dendrites are like little grabbers that connect to other neurons. It looks kind of like a sun or a flower or something right now. The last part of the neuron is the axon. Roll a really long coil or snake out of the dough and connect it somewhere to the cell body. When we learn something new, the axon is kind of skinny and weak on the neuron. The connection to another neuron is not going to be very strong and fast. But when you practice doing that new thing and do it over and over again, you make the axon stronger. So roll another coil or snake and wrap it around that first layer of the axon to make it stronger. This is what happens when you practice something. This literally happens in your brain when you learn and practice something. When you make mistakes and overcome hard challenges during your practice, you make the connection even stronger. So go ahead and roll another coil or snake of the dough and wrap it around the axon. What else do you think you can do to make your neuron connections stronger and faster? Asking someone for help and advice? Watching someone who's good at what you're trying to learn to get inspired? Your brain is a muscle that grows if you exercise it. Try to learn something new today. I made another neuron here, and I'm going to show you how neurons connect. So the axon connects to the cell body of the other neuron. The little dendrites or little tentacles reach out and they grab that axon, and there you have a neuron connection. Then the second neuron's axon will connect to another neuron, and it connect to another neuron and another neuron, and it creates a map of the mind. Wait a little while, probably about 24 hours or until the next day, until your salt dough is dry. And then if you have some stuff around, you can color your neuron. I used pan watercolor paints and it worked great. And please show me what you made on Flipgrid. Can't wait to hear how it goes.